This is the summer of '62. This is the summer that I spent working in Yellowstone National Park. And these are pictures that I took on my way to Yellowstone. I drove there in my white Fiat 600. And these were all pictures of Zion National Park in Utah. This is a fish hatchery that was also in Utah. Actually, the first pictures were of Bryce National Park. The second pictures were of Zion. This big guy was just walking along the side of the road on the outside of the fence. And this is in Provo, Utah, Brigham Young University, right outside of Salt Lake City. That's the state capitol in Salt Lake City. And oddly enough, I had picked up a poster of somebody who was running for president. You can't read it very well, but that says Ken Johnston for president. These are the Grand Tetons. It's in Grand Teton National Park, just south of Yellowstone. The famous bear stop. There's a buffalo just getting up. Let's see, these are some of my friends that I spent the summer with in Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park. This is a picture of Jenny Lake, which is in the Grand Teton National Park. We went there one weekend and went horseback riding. I took this while standing up in my Fiat 600 taking a picture out of the top of the roof. There's the cabin that we stayed in, that Sprite, Russ, that's another good friend of mine. This was in Virginia City, Montana, which was a restored western town. This was a museum that they had in that town. We drove there and spent the weekend there. We took a horseback ride up there, and that's looking down on Virginia City. It's an old mining town. There was a mine up here on the top of this hill. These are three other fellows. We quit Yellowstone and we drove up to Glacier National Park and worked there for a short while. Let's see, this is a place where we used to go swimming. This was also in Yellowstone. That's Russ and Tiny, and that's my car, and I think Roy was the other fellow's name. This is Flathead Lake, Montana. In the morning, there's very, very cold water. This was up near Glacier National Park. This is driving through Glacier. It's a very, very beautiful park. Very high mountains. Very steep, as you can see. Tends to make your car to overheat. That was the lodge just on the border of Glacier National Park where we worked for a week or two. It was really, really nice place. Very rustic. All made out of logs. was a what they call hydroplane racing. It was a hydroplane that was there for a racing event at Lake Flathead. It's a Grand Coulee Dam on the Columbia River, and this is at Seattle at the World's Fair, which took place there at 1962. That's the Space Needle, and that's a show that they had there at the World's Fair. That's up in the Space Needle looking down at some of the long lines. That's a art exhibit. That's part of the scene at Seattle, and this is back in California now. This is it's San Onofre. It's just south of San Clemente. It's actually on military property. It's a surfing club. In fact, it's right next to San Onofre power generating station, the nuclear station. And then this is, the summer's over, this is back at Cerritos College.